Welcome. In this video, we're looking at the Network Performance tab in Obkio's Network Performance Monitoring app. This tab displays the number of monitoring sessions currently configured in your Obkio account. There are two monitoring sessions in this account. By default, Obkio's Onboarding wizard creates these two monitoring sessions in all new Obkio accounts. Both of these monitoring sessions were created to monitor performance from the My Agent local monitoring agent towards the two separate public monitoring agents called AWS Montreal and Azure Quebec, which are pre-deployed over the internet. You can also see the number of monitoring sessions in your account by navigating to the Live Network Status tab. Here you can also see the performance of your monitoring sessions in real time. So what is a monitoring session, you may ask? A monitoring session is a flow of synthetic UDP traffic between two monitoring agents deployed in key locations in your network. The monitoring agents exchange UDP traffic to continuously monitor network performance between each other. To see the network performance history between two monitoring agents, first select a monitoring session to analyze. This will show you two network monitoring graphs, the network response time graph and the VoIP quality graph. Both graphs are based on the UDP packets, which are exchanged at 500 millisecond intervals between the two monitoring agents in the monitoring session, the My Agent agent and the AWS agent. We're currently looking at about 1 hour and 20 minutes of data, but you can change the time period from the date property on top. First, let's look at the network response time graph. When you hover over the graph, you will see a tab showing you specific information about your network performance at this time. In this example, we can see metrics like latency, jitter, and packet loss. We can see that packet loss is at 4.72%. If we look at the graph as a whole, the dark blue line will indicate the latency, which is about 21 milliseconds. The blue and gray visuals above and below will indicate the jitter, and the yellow and possibly red lines will indicate packet loss. By default, the line will be yellow when the packet loss is over 2%. As you can see, it's at 4.72%. If packet loss is over 5%, with the default account settings, the line will appear red. Below is the VoIP quality graph. This graph displays the quality of calls made over the network between the two monitoring agents in this particular monitoring session. The graph is based on the MOS, or Mean Opinion Score, which is calculated from the UDP packets exchanged between the same two monitoring agents. Since we know the latency and amount of packet loss between the two monitoring agents, thanks to our UDP packets, we can extract the MOS score, which is a very popular algorithm used in the world of IP telephony. From here, you can also toggle on Live Mode to see the live performance between your two monitoring agents. Here we can see that the latency is approximately around 20 milliseconds, but that sometimes it does go above and below with some spikes. You can go back to the historical view by toggling off Live Mode. If you return to the Network Performance tab, you'll also see a column called Monitoring Template. Monitoring templates are used to configure the monitoring sessions between your agents. You can access your monitoring templates from the small gear icon at the top right. Once you click on the gear icon, you'll be brought to the list of monitoring templates. This account currently has two monitoring templates. These two are created by Obkio's Onboarding wizard as part of the default configuration with new Obkio accounts. The first one is called Monitoring Between My Agents. This template is configured to monitor network performance between agents you deployed in your network. The second template is called Monitoring Towards Internet. This template is used to monitor the performance between agents you've deployed and the agents that Obkio has pre-deployed over the internet, called public monitoring agents. In the monitoring template details, you'll see the template configurations, starting with the name. The monitoring template builds monitoring sessions between all the agents in the first list of the details section. These are the agents that are part of the My Agents group, with the agents that are in the second list of agents or agent groups. Here, the agent group called Public Agents is selected. Therefore, all the agents in the first group will test the network performance towards all the public monitoring agents in the second group. In the Advanced Parameters section, you can configure your parameters and thresholds to generate alerts. As we mentioned previously, by default in the network response time graph, the packet loss indicator is yellow at more than 2% and red at more than 5% of packet loss. But this is where you can modify parameters like this. We provide preset settings for you, but you can also set your own custom thresholds manually. Click on Save to save your changes and leave the menu. Note that there is no limit on the amount of monitoring templates you can create in your Obkio account. You are free to create as many as you want. If you want to create a third monitoring template, simply click on the plus icon at the top, give your template a name, select the agents in the two lists to create the monitoring session, and then click on Create. You'll then have your third monitoring template. And there you have it. This is how to visualize the network performance between your monitoring agents via monitoring sessions and how to configure monitoring templates in your Obkio account.